There are hundreds of ways to make a pie. Rhetorical questions are meant to create space for learning. Some of what I share is me learning in real time, and some is meant to begin a discussion. Because learning is accomplished over time, there is no one answer, hack, or cheat, and not all learning can be achieved in one video. I haven't made an apple pie since last fall, so I begin with one recipe, notepad, and a willingness to let the practice, teach, and formulate new ideas. This is the same recipe and method I've used to make thousands of apple pies. I always start with a double egg wash applied very cleanly and carefully. The crust is all butter. I feel it stands up well to 3 varieties of apples. I choose an equal combination of tart, sweet, firm, and softer. The combination gives me a nice flavor and texture pairing to the topping. I'm using the leftover almond and cinnamon streusel in my freezer, and I'll use almond flour to line the bottom of the pie shell, which prevents sogginess. My desired outcome is a really thick apple pie that's tall, with a dark crust. I'm taking notes the entire time so I can standardize the process, so the next time I make the apple pie, especially in quantity, I'll be able to get exactly the outcome I desire. White vinegar, acidulated water buys you time. It keeps the apples from browning while you carefully peel and cut them. Don't need fancy knife skills. Your goal is to get even thickness and size. By working quickly, you avoid the acid in the water from softening the apples too quickly before draining them and gently patting them on paper towel. Every time you handle the apples, it's a chance to look at them and identify if you've missed any peel or seeds. Every step is a quality control step. The most exciting change that I made, and I only make one change at a time, is to use bitters in place of nutmeg. Blackstrap bitters have notes of cinnamon and nutmeg. Keeping track of the amount is easy, drop by drop. Bitters come in so many varieties of flavors, I'm going to be able to incorporate them into all of my holiday baking. If you are of the mindset that there is one answer, a hack, or a trick, I encourage you to throw all caution to the side. The recipe down and think like an ingredient. What you've been told, what you've seen, not what a cookbook tells you to do, but what the ingredient function of each one of your ingredients does. What does it need? The biggest determining factors in your baking is time, temperature, and moisture. Our grandmothers knew how to make pies because they made them all the time. They didn't follow a recipe because they were building intuition through experience. Learning does not occur when you are told how to do something. Learning occurs often when you make a mistake. It occurs in the aha moments, when you figure something out. I don't agree with doing whatever you want. Any decision you make while making a pie should be predetermined and pre-planned. You should be able to justify the method, the ingredient, or the change. Listen to others give you advice. Watch videos. Read baking books. Dream about pie. But be methodical. Pay attention to the details. Know why things are happening and why they're not happening. Take notes and adjust everything that you do the next time you do it. You will begin to build a practice where every time you attempt the same thing, you will get a better result. This often means sticking with the recipe, not changing more than one thing at a time, not looking around the corner for the next best thing. Pies are like all baking and pastry. Most ubiquitous, the most common, are often the most challenging. You have the urge to ask questions like, how long, how much, etc. Remember that you alone in your own kitchen with your own ingredients and your own tools are only going to be able to answer those questions. You don't want to waste your time or money, so you want to approach it with a good thought out plan and with a well-developed outcome in mind. My pie could use more apple, like it a lot taller. I'll use 1 crumble on the top next time, but it was delicious, beautiful, and paired well with bourbon ice cream. There will be a next time, and I'll be ready.